Hello everyone and welcome back to the Roma Heritage. It's nice to be here. Today you have a cover of a preview versus Torino. It's a home game for us. Uh, so right away, in my opinion, it's have to be a win. It will be a win. It's have to be a win, and we'll talk about it a bit later. Um Again, our in recent games and after the break, which we didn't have a lot of you know um, training, so we cannot expect like a big margin win. It's gonna be again a hard win. It's not like we're gonna ease up throughout all the game and just gonna grab the win. The players will have to play hard for it. It's not guaranteed. But in my opinion, it will be a win and it have to be a win. But by a small margin, it have to be. So it's gonna be like 2-1. Yeah, it seems okay. Uh, the starting lineup gonna be, of course, gonna be Svilar, Mancini, Ndika, and Angelino. In the wing back position, it have to be like probably Wesley and Angelino, of course, as always. And so in the center back, it's gonna be I've mistaken, Indica, Mancini, and Hermoso. Of course, no, I've read that Gasperini very keen and likely to stay with the Kone Cristante duo in the midfield. So they're gonna be probably the midfielders. Who's gonna start? Oh, at the number 10, with the cam position. Well, so let's go for the striker. It's gonna be Ferguson without a doubt. Yeah. Not too much change before the this period of 2 weeks. Nothing changed with the relation between Gasperini and the striker situation. It's gonna be Ferguson and Sule. I think gonna be again a starter. And once again, it's gonna be El Shaarawy because I think Dybala again after this break of the international break, the team didn't train a lot, and although it seems like Dybala will start, I think after this break, international break, it's gonna be again in El Shaarawy, and again Gasperini probably wants to build up the Dybala into the starting 11 team, so it's probably gonna be El Shaarawy, and Dybala probably gonna be subbed in the second half, around the 15th minute, something like that. Okay, now something that crossed my mind and is this. I saw a podcast which said that Gasperini in the Europa League winning season did that. I don't. Towards the end of the season, he basically went to the club, to the owners of the club and all those people in the managerial positions, and said, I'm not gonna invest any of my time trying to be good in the league, trying to be good in the Coppa Italia. And instead he's gonna go all out in the Europa League. And you can see that in the Coppa Italia final he's lost. In the league he could have done better, I think, at the end, although he had a really good season, but his main focus was the Europa League. This is this is the reason that he maybe even won it at the end. Of course, he beat Liverpool at the semi-final, and in the final beat Leverkusen. And this is he was so ready, and he just mainly throughout all the end of the season just trained for this tournament. So you can see that with him, it's not like he's going to hunt all the objectives in all the tournaments. He's gonna get one and gonna do it as much as possibly can successfully. And in relation to us, we can see that with Roma, the depth is not there. Not enough players, not enough activity in the transfer window this summer. We don't have enough players to be successful and go to first position, to go out and win it all in the Coppa Italia, and to go out and win it all in the Europa League. And this is actually what I said in the beginning, that with our team, the lack of depth, we cannot be successful this, and this. So two out of the three things gonna be need to put aside, and one of those tournaments gonna be put in the main successfully, and the main focus. So this is what we're gonna get from Gasperini probably this season, which is only one tournament will be at focus, but it's not guaranteed what is it. In this season it was the Europa League. In this season it may be the league, the Europa League, or the Coppa Italia. Probably the Coppa Italia now, because it's very not predictable. You know, in the Europa League it's a bigger silverware. You know, in one you get qualified into Europa League, in one you get qualified for the Champions League. Secondly, when you go into the European Cup, there are advantages and disadvantages to you being like let's say an Italian team from the Serie A, or a German team. Like, it's different between club and club, the style of play, and therefore if you do it correctly, you can win and you can lose. But if you don't, you can lose. Based on what Gasperini did, it's probably gonna be the Europa League. But if you don't be good at it, maybe not. And why it's important in this game, Roma versus Torino, because let's say he's once again want to be very successful in the Europa League campaign this season, and not in the league as much, or not at all in the Coppa Italia. So every single game up to the Europa League is a must win for us, because then it's not gonna be as focused in the league and as invested in the league. So basically, the first Europa League game is in 2 seasons. Not 2 seasons, 2 games. You've got the Roma versus Torino, Roma versus Lazio, the derby. Therefore, this game is gonna be a very important game to win, because once the Europa League games start to be and come around, they probably gonna be at a very big priority, but not as a knockout game. If we manage to actually go and qualify for the knockout stages, then the league games wanna get much less priority than the Europa League games. So basically, this game is must win for us, and without any context to the Europa League, this game is must win for us. I've seen the last season the teams who managed to go to the fourth, third, and second and first place and how many losses they had to take in order to qualify for the Champions League in the Serie A, and the highest amount of losses was Juventus in fourth place, who managed to qualify for the Champions League spot with 8 losses. which is kind of a lot, 8 losses, you know? You've got Inter, 8 losses is basically all the top four: Inter Milan away, Napoli away, Atalanta away, AC Milan away, Fiorentina away, Bologna away, Juventus away, even Lazio away, let's say. If we lose all those games, we still have a chance to qualify for the Champions League in the league. So we still, with those 8 losses, we still have games which we can basically lose. But this kind of game, Torino at home, without a doubt, we have to win those. We have to win those games. So that's all. Thank you very much for tuning in. Bye bye.